Well, good morning, church family. It's Pastor Steve coming to you with another one of my reflections from our devotional series, Finding Peace by Dr. Charles Stanley. Again, you can access it on the My Bible website. You just search for Finding Peace under the Plan section, and you'll be able to walk through this with us. We're in day 3 of a 10-day devotional. And today, Dr. Charles Stanley gave us 5 elements to experiencing a greater sense of peace, really 5 understandings about who God is. And it was the last one, his 5th one, that really stuck out to me, this idea of finding our fulfillment in his purposes. And the verse he gave us was Ephesians 2:10, which says that we are his workmanship, created for good works, which he has planned for us before time. And there's really some wonderful truths in that statement that we weren't just created haphazardly, but that we were created for a purpose to accomplish the things of God. And that he actually, before you and I were a glimmer in our parents' eyes, these plans were already laid out for us. God prepared them, he planned them, he's orchestrating them, he's putting them into action. And this really speaks to our heart's desire for fulfillment, right? All of us have a desire to be somebody, to be someone in this world. And that's either to provide for our families or to be a productive member of society, to contribute. And it's true that often these become corrupted and sinful, and so we become selfish, we become greedy. But at the core, there's something good there. There's this desire to be fulfilled because that's how God has created us. He's created us for good works. Therefore, it necessitates this desire to have fulfillment. And this idea of purpose and fulfillment really matched well with another Bible study that I'm a part of. Every Thursday morning, a group of men get together, and we've been going through this book called Discipleship Essentials by Greg Ogden. And on page 15, in a discussion about the idea of disciples taking up their cross, he writes this, and I just want you to listen to these words very, very closely with me. A criminal picked up his cross only after receiving a death sentence. When a criminal carried his cross through the streets, for all practical purposes, he was a dead man. His life had ended. A man on his way to public crucifixion was compelled to abandon all earthly hopes and ambitions. Jesus calls his followers to think of ourselves as already dead, to bury all our earthly hopes and dreams, to bury our plans and our agendas that we have made for ourselves. And God will either resurrect our dreams or replace them with dreams and plans of his own. I just think these two thoughts connect really well because many of us are scared to take our hopes, our dreams, all of our aspirations and agendas and truly come before God and say, God, your will be done in my life as it is in heaven, right? To say, Lord, I'm going to give you my hopes, my dreams, my aspirations, and I'm going to trust that you are going to do what's good for you and what's best for me in this process. And to illustrate this, I just want to tell you a little quick story about a friend of mine, Brandon Laborde. One of my best friends, known him for a little over a decade now. And he's an engineer for a Nissan. And when we first met, he was leading mission trips to Morocco. And after one of our mission trips, he came to me and said, Steve, I really am feeling torn. I don't know if I should continue with Nissan or I should go into full-time ministry of some kind. And so what we did is we prayed together, but more importantly, what he did is he came to God and said, God, these are my hopes, these are my dreams, these are my ambitions and my aspirations, and I'm gonna lay them at your feet. I'm putting them to death. I'm saying, your will, not my will, be done on earth as it is in heaven. And what God did is he didn't replace Brandon's dreams and agendas and ambitions with new ones, but he affirmed where Brandon was and where he was going, which was at Nissan. God came to him and said, Brandon, you are exactly where I want you to be, and you are doing exactly what I want you to do. You are a light to the men and women at that Nissan proving ground in Arizona. And after that day, Brandon had a tremendous level of peace. He had tremendous confidence in his life because he knew that God had him where God wanted him to be, that Brandon wasn't trying to pave his own road or go down a path that other than God's, but he knew that he was where God wanted him to be and he was doing what God wanted him to do. Because of this, Brandon knew peace. Brandon knew confidence. And that's my encouragement to you. That's what I would like you to do today. and in the weeks to come, and is to have this continuing conversation with God. Say, God, I want to take all of my hopes and all of my dreams and all of my ambitions, and I'm going to lay them at your feet. In fact, I'm going to bury them at the foot of your cross. And I'm going to ask, Lord, that you would either resurrect them and put your power behind these hopes, these dreams, the aspirations that I have, or that you would replace them with your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, that you would put me on your agenda. Because I understand this, that you and you alone are God, that you and you alone are sovereign, and that I am your creation, created for good works, the works that you have prepared. And I want my life to be about that. I believe, and I've experienced it personally, that when you do this, that you will be able to walk forward in your life with a greater sense of confidence and a greater sense of peace. Guys, I love you. I love doing these videos. I hope that you're benefiting from them. Um, put some comments on the page if you are, or email me. I'd love to hear from you. Again, we're praying for you. I love you guys, and I look forward to the next time that we're able to see each other face to face. You all have a wonderful day. God bless, and go in his peace.